Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a breaking news update. In McKinney, Texas, there's been a major development in the case against a teenager who was charged with murder. As you may know, 17-year-old high school student Karmelo Anthony was indicted on a murder charge. He was accused of fatally stabbing another 17-year-old high school student, Austin Metcalf. The tragic incident happened on April 2nd, during the UIL District 1125A Championship track meet that was held at Frisco ISD's Kuykendall Stadium. After his apprehension, Karmelo Anthony was initially released from custody on a $1 million bond. For those of you who are just tuning in, let me very quickly bring you up to speed. On April 2nd, 2023, during the track event, apparently some kind of altercation, a fight broke out between two groups of students. It escalated very quickly. Then, according to the police report, a student armed with a knife approached Austin Metcalf and stabbed him one time in the chest. Austin Metcalf was transported to the hospital where he later passed away. At the scene, officers detained several people. Investigation was conducted by the Frisco Police Department. They identified Karmelo Anthony as the alleged perpetrator. He was charged with murder and taken into custody. The judge presiding over the case reviewed the circumstances of the alleged crime, the defendant's age and lack of criminal record, as well as other relevant factors in making her decision. She stated that while recognizing the severity of the offense, the current bond conditions do not adequately serve the purpose of ensuring the defendant's appearance in court or protecting the safety of the community. Therefore, she determined that reducing the bond was appropriate. During the bond hearing, Karmelo Anthony's father, who was obviously not named Anthony, but I'm going to call him that because I cannot pronounce his name, took the stand and testified about his ability to pay the bond. He told the judge that they do not currently have the funds necessary to pay the full amount of the bond. He mentioned that they had raised money through various crowdfunding efforts, but it was never their intention to use those funds for this purpose. He said that due to the intense media and public scrutiny surrounding the case, his family had to relocate, and they have spent a significant amount of money on moving expenses. He explained that with the rising cost of living, providing for his family, including paying for rent, utilities, and food, has become increasingly challenging. Considering these financial constraints, he requested the judge to reduce the bond to a more manageable amount. At this point, the judge saw enough, and she granted his request. The Metcalf family, Austin's parents, were also present in the courtroom. They were wearing memorial ribbons and pins in their son's memory. Obviously, no amount of money would compensate for their loss, but they have filed a civil lawsuit against Karmelo Anthony and his parents. Karmelo's attorney, Mike Howard, told reporters after the hearing that the new $250,000 bond is fair. He stated, "I thought that the state was trying to use the bail as punishment. We were able to convince the court that that was not appropriate. He's a child. He does not belong in jail." Mr. Howard explained that the purpose of bail should be to ensure that the defendant appears in court, not to punish them or to detain them for an extended period. He emphasized that the judge carefully considered all the evidence presented during the hearing before making a decision, and the new bond reflects her thoughtful consideration. As I mentioned earlier, the judge did stipulate strict conditions for Karmelo's release, which include electronic monitoring and house arrest. These measures aim to safeguard the community and ensure that Karmelo adheres to his bail conditions. Mr. Howard acknowledged the gravity of the situation and the tragic loss of life involved in the case. He also expressed hope that the truth will emerge as the legal process unfolds. Collin County District Attorney Greg Ellis has commented on the situation, stating that his office will continue to work closely with the Frisco Police Department in examining all the evidence gathered thus far. He reassured the public that their commitment to justice and accountability remains steadfast. An organization called the Next Generation Action Network advocates for Anthony and issued a press release expressing relief at the reduction in bond. The statement read, quote, "After several hours, Judge Tucker has agreed to lower the exorbitant $1 million bond to $250,000. The Anthony family thanks Judge Tucker for recognizing the unique circumstances surrounding this case. After having slept in the jail last night, Karmelo is relieved to be reunited with his family and looks forward to preparing for his next court date, scheduled for May. With the support of our community, the Anthony family will continue to move forward in this process." According to an arrest affidavit obtained by news outlets, Police reported that Anthony admitted to the stabbing after his apprehension. He claimed that he acted in self-defense against Metcalf. Trial attorney Daryl Washington, who is not involved in the case, had previously pointed out that the initial $1 million bond seemed unusually high compared to other homicide cases in the area. He suggested that it may have inadvertently conveyed a presumption of guilt to the community. The case has received considerable national attention and has been marked by controversy since the incident occurred. The Frisco Police Department issued warnings to residents regarding the proliferation of misinformation online, particularly from fraudulent accounts impersonating the police chief. The FBI has confirmed its involvement in investigating these deceptive social media posts. District Attorney Willis acknowledged the profound impact the incident has had on the community and emphasized the importance of maintaining objectivity and pursuing the truth. But as you can see, many people are still convinced that Karmelo is guilty. One person wrote, "The kid was defending himself. Shouldn't be locked up. No way should a murderer be out on bond." Another one wrote, "He murdered a child. How is he walking free? No justice for Austin." But there are also many people who believe that this is a case of racial profiling and that African American teenagers are being targeted. They say that if it was a white kid who committed this crime, he wouldn't be facing these charges. Some people go as far as saying that the police planted evidence at the crime scene. Now, as for me, I don't have enough facts to make any conclusions. But I will tell you that the judge did review the evidence during the hearing. And I think that it is safe to assume that she made her ruling based on the facts that she has seen and heard. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that this was a justified decision? By the way, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please show your support, give it a like, and consider sharing it. It goes a long way. Subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on notifications so you won't miss any updates. I'll keep you posted as this story continues to develop. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.